What's going on, everybody? I'm Josh Navarro, aka Josh TV, and this is Pop Buzz News. Today, we're talking about that infamous slap that was heard around the world during Sunday night's Oscar event. Yeah, we're talking about Will Smith smacking Chris Rock after he made a joke about Smith's wife and her medical condition. To join me in the conversation today, all the way from Rochester, New York, please welcome drag queen, entertainer extraordinaire, Kyla Minx. Hi, Kyla, and tell me a little bit about what you thought.
Don't get your ass smacked.
That was crazy, wasn't it?
So I didn't see it until like 45 minutes after it happened, because then all of a sudden Facebook started blowing up about Will Smith. So then I had to track it down. I saw the Japanese one that had it was unedited, and it looked
it had all the curse words in there.
It did. Chris Rock was like, Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me, and I was like, did they put that on ABC? And then I don't know. Okay, so my initial thoughts were it was fake, because first of all, they got Will sitting right in the front, right in the very, very front. Then Chris, he does what he does. He's talked about people. He's a comedian. He talked about people who were there, who were in the front. To me, he had already set the foundation of like, I'm talking about couples. I'm talking about famous couples. So then he moved to Will and Jada, and all he said was, I can't wait to see G.I. Jane 2 because of her hair, right? I didn't know that she had came out about having alopecia. Most people that I know didn't know anything about that. Now all of a sudden people claiming that they do, like everybody knew, like it was downloaded into our brains. Bullshit. Nobody knew that.
But he was laughing though. He was laughing. Will Smith was seeing
right. Oh yeah. That's where it's going. He was laughing. Jada like did what she does. She just rolled her eyes real big, and I was like, okay, whatever. Like not all jokes land. And then he got up and he smacked him. But he did like what they do in wrestling, where he like kind of stamped the foot at the same time. So I thought it was a joke, because when he was walking up, Chris Rock had his face up.
I know,
like he was all ready for it. And then it was one of those things where like you're like ha 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 ha, until you see the person's when they sit back down in their face, and you could see the anger on Will's face. But he just won an Oscar, honey, so he's a good actor. So who knows? Like, to me, coming from where I come from, like, and doing what I do as like drag and talking shit on the microphone, like not everyone's gonna like what you have to say. People are gonna have a reaction. You have to be prepared for that. Luckily, people have gotten in my face. I have a picture of another queen literally with her finger in my face like this, because I said some shit she didn't like. But normally I've either been able to ignore it or talk through it, because there are some people that I've offended them and they've been like really mad, and then later I'm like, okay, I don't know what you're mad at. Like, to me, they're all jokes. Like, I'd never come at anybody maliciously, because for me, if I don't like you, I just don't talk about you. I don't give you that energy. But there have been people that have had some things, and then we're able to talk it out, and I understand more about it. And as I've gotten, a little bit more mature, old in my drag career, I'm more aware about what you can say. But I'm also aware that comedy to me is kind of like pointing out and making fun of the obvious or what we already know. And in the past couple of years, Will and Jada, there's very little we don't know about them, because they have put everything out on the street about their entanglement or whatever, their kids, like the Red Table Talk has totally opened them up. So on one hand, you have to so you can't, to me, when you live, when you open yourself up that much, you have to also be able to deal with the criticism and the jokes. Countless celebrities have made jokes at the expense of celebrities that are sitting right in front of them, but no one's reacted that way. Now, does that mean that my concern is that this is going to open the doors for regular, poor people that aren't millionaires, that don't have the protection of money to now
Kyla,
go to.
Are you scared for your life at the stage?
No, bitch.
I know, because I know you
back.
like to pick on people on the microphone.
I swing back. I don't give a fuck, bitch. but I think that that's a valid concern that people have. Like, when it comes to comedy, where is the line? Like, if you sit in the if I'm going to comment to it and I'm sitting in the front row or the front couple rows, I know that there's a chance that if that comedian does banter or whatever, they might call or pick on me or something, or anybody in that. It's what comes with the territory. Chris Rock is known to, you know, have this sort of commentary. It's a comedic thing, and I don't know. I think that it is unfortunate. I think that it happened. I mean, it did happen, obviously. Just pop down. You're not always going to please people, and people will have different reactions. And I bet that he thinks twice before he starts talking about somebody's wife in front of their husband. Somebody's husband who, mind you, played Muhammad Ali. He should have known. Yes.
Now, towards the end of Monday night, Will Smith did post on his Instagram saying, "Violence in all of its forms is poisonous and destructive. My behavior at last night's Academy Awards was unacceptable and inexcusable. Jokes at my expense are part of the job, but a joke about Jada's medical condition was too much for me to bear, and I reacted emotionally." It went on to say, "I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I am embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness." So what's going to happen next? Well, that has yet to be determined, but it's definitely having a lot of people talking. Well, that does it for this edition of Pop Buzz News. Thank you so much to Kyla Minx for joining me on this conversation. If you like the video, click like, share the video, and also follow me on all social media platforms. I'm Josh Navarro. Thank you so much for clicking and watching, and we'll see you next time.